The miles have been run, the mud has been splashed, the climbs have been climbed, but does the Inov8 TrailFly Max deserve a spot in your shoe rotation? Find out in today's full review. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cody with The Shoe with Cody, and today we got ourselves a good one. We are talking about the latest trail shoe from Inov8. We are talking about the TrailFly Max. Whew, that is a tongue twister. I've had this shoe for a little while now, put about 31 miles into the shoe, and I've been putting this thing through the ringer, and I got a lot to say. In this video, I'm going to cover the fit, the good, the bad, and the verdict. Should you buy this shoe? Yeah, this shoe right here. But before I dive into all that goodness, I do have one thing to point out. This shoe was sent to me by Inov8, but they have no idea what I'm going to say in this video, and they have no control over any of my content. I also have a big favor to ask you all. Hit the like button. Smash the subscribe button. You know you want to. Cost you absolutely nothing, but it definitely helps the channel. Now let's sit back, relax, and let's talk about the TrailFly Max by Inov8. To kick this video off, I'm going to talk about the fit. And honestly, this shoe definitely fits a little bit wider than most shoes in the forefront, and I'm really liking that. So if you have a wide foot, I think you're really gonna like the accommodation. I'm usually a men's 9.5 in all shoes, and this shoe felt a little short. I think if I would have went with a 10, it would have given me a little bit more room in the toe box. Again, it wasn't a deal breaker. I was able to get the miles in, obviously, but my toe was like right here. So I think if I were gonna take this on like an ultra and my feet started swelling a little bit and I kicked the rock, I'm probably breaking my toe. So again, width-wise, not an issue at all. Length-wise, I did find it to be a little too short. So again, I'm a men's 9.5, and honestly, the other Inov8 shoe I tried, 9.5 was perfectly fine. This one, I probably should have gone to a 10, and it probably would have been a big difference. Again, it didn't affect the ride. I'm just more so worried if I did kick a rock, it definitely would hurt my big toe significantly. So definitely that's something to keep in mind. Again, for the fit, great lockdown, no heel slippage. Again, go half a size up, and I don't think you'll be upset. Because I'm a positive guy, I'm going to start with the positives. And honestly, for me, it's got to be the grip, number one. This grip right here was fantastic. I've taken this on some buffed out trails, some grassy fields, and slightly technical terrain. And this grip, especially in the rain and the mud, was just, it worked so nicely. It just got the job done. I was a little hesitant at first. There's a lot of rubber and everything that you just never know. I'm really glad that this worked out really well. This is actually my first Inov8 trail shoe. So again, when I've never tried one of the trail shoes before, there's just a little skepticism. And in my area, it's been raining like crazy, but I still want to hit at the trail. So I need a shoe that can accommodate that. The other one is the width of this shoe. You can look at that. This is like a shoe or a foot-shaped upper right there, and I'm here for it, especially in a trail shoe. I think they did a really good job because my foot felt like it had plenty of space and plenty of width, but I also didn't feel like the sliding. So that's one of the issues I've run into with other shoes that are more foot-shaped. It feels fantastic, but when I'm bombing down a hill or up an ascent, I feel like that it is definitely sliding or this way or that. Thankfully, not an issue at all. That's a huge relief to me because again, the wider the shoe, it allows my feet to swell, which will happen especially in the summer months, especially the longer I go, which you want, but I don't need the sliding. I do not need the slipping, and I'm really happy to report that. It worked out really nicely for me. The upper, really nice, great lockdown, no heel slippage at all, like at all. Tied them, got on the trails, and forgot they were on, which is fantastic. This Fly Speed Pro, whew, that is the foam. This is their max cushion shoe, and there's a lot of stack right here. And I really enjoyed this, but it took time to break in. I'd say about like 11, 12 miles before I really it broke in a little bit. One thing to note, this shoe is definitely a little bit on that firmer side, which I don't necessarily mind on a trail shoe. I don't need squishy. So one of the biggest issues when you get a stack like that, it can be a little too squishy. When I'm running, there goes my ankle. Thankfully, no issues like that. So you are getting a high stack, but again, it's definitely on that more stable side because I think it's a little bit firmer. I think depending on the type of runner you are, that might be a positive and it might be a negative. But for me, not an issue at all. Could it be a little bit softer? Potentially. But I do think they did a really nice job. I also think the upper, they have the overlays where you want. So one of the things I like is they have these overlays, but they didn't affect my feet. So sometimes the overlays can be too much, and what it can do is cause me blistering here or right here, so I'm rubbing. I think because it's wide enough and it's not a shallow toe box, there was no issues at all, which is really nice. So again, I put this thing through the ringer. I mean, I still have all that mud and dirt, and every time I took it out, it definitely answered the bell. This is a shoe, again, it's their Max Stack shoe. I think for Max Stacks shoes in general, it's probably really not up there. I think most people would be like, oh, this seems like a normal stack. So keep that in mind. Inov8, it's a max cushion. For other areas, probably not. This is definitely a shoe you can take long distance. So this is a shoe I felt really good, you know, getting a moderate pace, easy miles. I don't know if I'm picking the pace up in it. Moderate pace, going long, going double digits. It feels really accommodating. Getting great lockdown, really nice foam, wide enough shoe so my feet can swell, and honestly, it just gets the job done. With the good, you do know there has to be some bad, and honestly, there's a couple bads, and I want to point that out. When I get this shoe wet, and it's been raining here, it definitely takes a while for it to drain, so it's not a quick draining shoe. Want to point that out. I've also mentioned it's pretty wide in the toe box, which is really nice. One thing I wish they would have done is made it gets narrow really quick. Really quick. So one of the things I've noticed is if you're a real heel striker, depending on the train you're going on, I found it a little unstable. Usually I try to be forefront, mid striker right here, not an issue. But there were times when I hit back heel in my heel and I felt unstable. I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all. I wish they would have made a little bit wider all the way through. In that case, I think you would have had a really nice stable ride. So again, it's not, if your stride's up here, I don't think you're gonna have an issue. If you're a heel striker, just something to note. I think it could be an issue. But again, those are really it. And then I mentioned in the fit, I probably would go a half size up. My men's 9.5. I probably should have gone with a 10. Again, now that I know that, you definitely want to make sure you're listening to that, especially if you've had other Inov8. I've had one other shoe. I went with the 9.5. That one worked. This one's a little too short. But really, the two big ones for me has to be the drainage. It's not the best drainage. And then again, right here, I'll show you one more time. It gets narrow really quick, which if you're a heel striker, it can just be a little unstable. You heard the good and you heard the bad, and now you want my verdict. Honestly, I really enjoyed this shoe, and for $150, it's really not bad. At least I think it's $150. I really enjoyed racking up the miles. This is definitely a shoe I'm not taking on technical terrain. Slightly technical, absolutely. Buffed out trails, definitely. Anything too technical, not so much. One thing I want to point out, if you are a heel striker, I'm just going to put this on buyer beware. I really enjoyed this shoe. I just felt like it was a little unstable when I was heel striking, so that could be a problem for a lot of other people. If you're not a heel striker and you are looking for a more toe-shaped box to get some nice miles in, go long out there, feel comfortable, have a grippy bottom, then yeah, I do think this could be a shoe you could really enjoy in racking up the miles. Again, just go up a half size and I think you'll be golden. Again, for $150, you get a lot, and it just checks off a lot of boxes for me. It's definitely rugged. It's got fantastic grip. The overlays are not too overlay, and it just, for me, it worked. Heel strikers, buyer beware. You heard the good, you heard the bad, and you heard my verdict. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried the TrailFly Max from Inov8? Did you like it? Did you love it? Hey, be honest with me. Did you hate it? Drop a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching this video and all of your support. Don't forget, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and until next time, I'll see you all out on the road. Thanks for checking out this latest review. Don't forget, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and check out some of the other rad content that I've dropped out on the channel.